Okay, beautiful day, Fredericton. Dr. Everett Chambers Hospital. Can't even talk, I'm too tired. Hospital is an issue I want to talk about. How you doing?
Charlie, how you doing?
Good. And what's your name?
How'd you find me up here?
Hey, I'm a blogger. I'm like a paparazzi. What's your name?
Bill Fraser.
Bill Fraser. You're the MLA for Miramichi.
For Miramichi, yes.
Social media, everybody's yakking about old folks home, special care home. I know you were. I'm looking at the hospital, Chalmers Hospital. Do all old people going to end up there from Miramichi, or what's going on there?
Well, you know, Charles, we've always had an issue with our nursing home and the number of nursing home patients that are in the hospital waiting for nursing home beds, and we had many issues over the years with one of our nursing homes, Mount St. Joseph, with the conditions that people had to live in because of a lack of air conditioning and bad air quality and hot water not being there when it should be, and all kinds of issues.
Now you were in the opposition then, right?
That's right.
And David Alward was the premier then.
Yeah.
So you were complaining.
There's a bit of history. Back in 2009, 2010, 9 or 10, I can't remember which year exactly, but that's when Sean Graham was the premier, and I was first elected in 2006. And Sean Graham had made a commitment and an announcement, actually. We did an independent study of all the nursing homes in the province. ADI did the study, and Mount St. Joseph came out at the top of the list as one of the homes that should be replaced with a new home. So
how many people there?
133
okay.
in that nursing home.
Yeah.
And we have another nursing home in Miramichi that has 81 residents, so 214 in total. And so in 2009-10, Premier Graham made the announcement that Mount St. Joseph would be replaced with a brand new nursing home. Of course, 2010, the election came, and the Liberals lost the election, and David Alward was the new premier. And his government made the decision that they weren't going to honor the commitment or the announcement to build them. In fact, there was 2 nursing homes that were cancelled. One was in Donald Arsenault's riding in Dalhousie, and one was in Miramichi in the riding that I represent. So those 2 nursing homes were cancelled by the Alward government. And, you know, for a number of years after that, 2011, 12, 13.
You're lucky. I'm letting you talk. Okay, go ahead.
And I appreciate that,
yeah,
Charles.
No,
I
just explain.
appreciate the opportunity. It's good to get the background.
Yeah, that's all right.
So for you know, a period of 2-3 years, there was all kinds of issues that came up at Mount St. Joseph, and life safety issues, and
like what?
As I said, the temperatures in some of the rooms,
air conditioning,
35, 36 degrees temperatures, up to 40-degree temperatures in the summer.
Okay.
You know, fire safety issues because of the 4 stories and the issue of getting people out of. There was an emergency, and there was a letter from the fire chief that said it's not a safe.
So the Liberals are
safe conditions. So 2014, and I've advocated to have that home replaced for
I know you have.
Since I've been elected.
And it got emotional also?
Absolutely. I mean, you're talking about people, and I had relatives that lived in that home, and I had my mom that lived in the other nursing home. So I lived everything throughout that time, and I know what it was like for the residents that lived in those 2 homes, and I know what it was like for the staff too, because it wasn't easy for them.
Okay, update.
So 2014 comes, election night. The Liberals are back in power. The very next morning, I went to Mount St. Joseph and met with at 8 o'clock in the morning, I was at the office of the administrator saying, okay, what can where are we at? Because as people would be aware, David Alward had decided that instead of building a new home, he would put $8 million in renovations into the building.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and that was a mistake. It didn't go well. The renovation didn't go well. In fact, they had to kick the contractor off site for not complying with his contract, and it's just a mess.
Okay.
So essentially, there's $8 million that's being spent, and it's not going to do anything to improve, you know, the quality of life, or anything to improve increase the number of nursing home beds in that home. So, you know, within weeks after that, we started meeting with the different administrations of the 2 nursing homes, and social development got involved, and our government came out and made a decision that we're going to build we're going to put out an RFP for a new 240-bed nursing home.
RSP was that?
A request for proposal.
Okay.
And that's a request for proposal going out publicly probably within the next few weeks. to build a new 240-bed nursing home in the Miramichi. It'll be the largest nursing home in the province. In addition to that 240 nursing home bed, we're also going to be building 36 specialized care beds. And then, of course, there's the new nursing home that Alward and his government started to construct in Nigawak before the election. It's going to be open this fall.
Are you going to shut down the old one?
Well, yes, because the two existing nursing homes, Miramichi Senior Citizens and Mount St. Joseph, this new home will replace both of those homes.
Okay, so what are they going to do with that? Just, it's done?
Well, first of all, there's 65 nursing homes in the province of New Brunswick.
Okay.
Every nursing home in the province of New Brunswick is owned and operated by a separate organization. 62 of them are not-for-profit organizations. 3 of them are for-profit organizations, which would be the Shanix homes. There's one here in Fredericton, there's one in Quispamsis, and there's one in Riverview.
Okay.
So what's happening in Miramichi, we're putting out an RFP for this new home so that we can ensure we get the best price and the best home for the people of the Miramichi.
Okay, so you're putting this proposal. You want people to put proposal in.
That's right.
And what kind of people we're talking about? Can it be like, what was it, like Frank McKenna when he wanted, what was it called? Not a Chuck. He wanted the prison. He wanted a company from the States to build the prisons.
Oh, I'm not...
Anyway, that was before your time, a long time. But
yeah.
So is it going to be a proposal like somebody from the States, they'll have to run the home non-union, or
no, not at all.
What's going to be? What's going to happen to the old jobs?
It's going to be no different than the existing nursing home structure in the province. The only difference is it's going to an RFP. So we're looking for requests for proposals.
What's wrong with a request?
Well, in my mind, nothing. It's being responsible, and it's going to get the best.
What was it done before?
Before, they were sole sourced out to the individual organization. So, for example, York Manor here in Fredericton.
Okay.
If they do upgrades or renovations in the past, the government would give permission to the board of directors at York Manor or at Miramichi Seniors or Mount St. Joseph. They would have to authorize it, and then that organization could go out and borrow the money to do the expansion or do the upgrade, and the government would adjust their per diem rate for the beds to cover the cost. So the difference now is all new nursing homes in the province are going to go request for proposal to ensure that taxpayers get the best value for the money that they're investing.
What does that mean?
It means that people have to submit a proposal and
the best money for their
and a bid to ensure that we're getting the best proposal. And it's open to anybody. The existing nursing homes in Miramichi are free to put in a request for proposals. They're free to bid on this new nursing home as individual entities. If they want to join forces together, like the home in Edmundston did, there were 2 separate nursing homes in Edmundston that merged together. The administrations merged together, and the QP agreements got an agreement together, and they put a proposal in, and that's who constructed the new home in Edmundston.
It sounds confusing, but okay, how many employees there is now in the old homes?
I don't know the exact number, but you can be sure that there's going to be more employees in the new home than there is in the 2 old homes combined.
The employees working in the old home?
There will be an increase in employment, and whoever the successful proponent is of the new home, it's up to them to hire their staff.
It's up to them?
That's right.
Is that union busting, or?
Not at all. In fact, 2 of the 3 private homes in New Brunswick now, out of the 3 Shanix homes that are here, 2 of them are unionized, and the 3rd one is going through union certification right now. And if you compare the wages at the 3 private homes in the province, they're comparable to, and in some cases they're higher than the wages in some of the other homes in the province. And Charles, I can understand the concern from some of the employees who have worked in these homes for many, many years.
What's their concern?
Well, their concern is they worked there for that long, and now they're going to have to go through a process to be rehired in the new home.
No seniority, no. Everything got to be start anew?
Well, it's very difficult for us to dictate to the new proponent who they can hire and who they can't. It's just like now, we as a government couldn't go to Mount St. Joseph Nursing Home and tell the administration that they have to hire this person or that person and that they can't hire that person. That wouldn't be right. And we don't do that in any home in the province.
But union is safety. Union is safety. I mean, if there's something, I've been hearing sad stories about nursing home and everything, non-union. people, we hear it on the news all the time, people can't complain because they'll lose their jobs. But if they have a union, they could speak up on issues that they feel that's not right compared to a non-union. Wouldn't you agree that, you know?
Well, as I said, Charles, 2 of the 3 private homes in the province are unionized now.
Yeah.
And whoever is going to be the successful proponent of this home, and we don't know who that is yet. It could be one of the existing administrations in Miramichi. We don't know. It depends on who puts the bids in.
What's the deadline?
We don't have the deadline yet. We're working on the request for proposal now. We expect it'll be out sometime in the next 3 to 4 weeks. We're hopeful that we'll have it awarded by spring so that construction can actually start, because you know we have a situation in Miramichi where there's a real need for additional nursing home beds, and
Do we need that all over this province, all across this country?
it's definitely a need. It's not unique to Miramichi,
No.
but we do have a situation in Miramichi where there is a need. And the bottom line here is we're doing this for the residents that live in those homes. Residents need to know that they're in a home that's safe and comfortable, where they're going to be well cared for. And you know, I'm really proud to say that we're going to have a brand new facility in Miramichi, something that the community has waited for many, many, many years.
What do you say, you as an MLA, when you go by those signs? It says, what is it? Say no to, what's it called? PT tree?
Oh, stop the P3?
Yeah, stop the PT tree. What goes through your mind?
Well, again, I understand the concern of the people that work there, and it's easy for me to say because I'm not there in that position. But you have to understand that whoever the successful proponent of this new home is going to be, they're going to want to hire staff that are experienced, staff that know the residents. They're going to need those staff, and there's going to be an increase in the number of jobs in this new home because it's going to be so much larger than what we have now. And the other thing was going out to this request for proposal. We're hopeful that it will bring other things to the Miramichi, whether it be, you know, different levels of care that somebody would be interested in investing in, like they've done, for example, in Riverview and Fredericton and Quispam.
It's going to be interesting, well, no matter what, but one of the good points is better be in a nursing home non-union or union than to be transferred here to the Chalmers Hospital. That's my view.